What's interesting about Occupy Wall Street is that they have tapped into a lot of the broad discontent in American society. So other people who are not with them generationally or politically have taken notice and have said, well, what's going on there? Maybe I'm going to go down there and find out what's going on. Maybe in their voices I can hear my own voice. And so I think the Occupy Wall Street has the capacity to cross conventional political lines. We all remember Franklin Roosevelt today is considered to be a great president, architect of Social Security, ultimately got us out of the Great Depression, seen as equalizing opportunity and equality in American life. What we don't really remember about him is that in his first 2 years in office, he came into office in early 1933. His first 2 years were very timid in terms of what he was willing to do. He had to save the banks. He had to strike alliances with them. He had to take care of them first. And that generated a populist uprising from below that demanded that the needs of ordinary Americans be put ahead of the needs of the banks. Sound familiar? It's not unlike what's going on today. And Roosevelt understood that he could not ignore this uprising on the left. If we want to understand moments of mass protest against economic inequalities, we have to go back to the 1930s, we have to go back to the 1880s. There's been really very little of this in the last 70 years. And so for that reason alone, that marks this event as potentially very, very significant. We have gone through two Gilded Ages in American history. Gilded Ages refers to moments of extraordinarily rapid capitalist development, creation of huge amounts of wealth. The first one was in the late 19th and early 20th century, and those periods create a lot of wealth on the one hand, but a lot of inequality and dislocation and suffering on the other. And it takes a while for the society to work through all those problems and impose some kind of regulation, distribute some of the rewards. In the first Gilded Age, there was protest almost all the time. People in the streets, workers, farmers, other groups, upset about what was going on in American society until those issues finally got resolved in one form or another in the 1930s and 40s. The second Gilded Age began, one could say, under Reagan in the 1980s, another extraordinary period of capitalist growth, creation of wealth, new industries, tremendous innovation in various parts of the economy. But characterized this time but also characterized by a tremendous amount of inequality, a lot of suffering in American society. And what's one of the striking features of this Gilded Age has been the almost complete absence of protest about that inequality. If we think, when have we seen some kind of mass movement try to talk about the 1% versus the 99%, or even in less extreme, more moderate forms, one will be hard-pressed to find that in the last 25 years. So something is going on now that is trying to break out of that. Well, I think Occupy Wall Street is seen as dangerous. The Republicans certainly are not going to embrace it because they see it as being too far on the left. The Democrats are doing a delicate dance with it. They know that this has struck a chord. Some within the Democratic Party believe the Democrats will be strengthened if there's a strong left that pulls the political landscape to the left, as the Tea Party pulled the political landscape to the right. So they are in a delicate dance with it, while at the same time being very nervous about it. And because they themselves are not sure what they are embracing. You can be sure that if Occupy Wall Street survives, say through the winter, if they develop a list of demands, if they continue to grow in strength, that big forces in the Democratic Party will not only try to embrace them, and they will try to control them. We have seen in the Republican Party a very interesting set of relationships between the mainstream Republican Party and the Tea Party. Mm-hmm. With the Republican Party understanding the power that's in the Tea Party and they are saying, we want that power, but we're also nervous about the Tea Party because it may take the Republican Party in directions we don't want it to go. So we not only have to share in their power, we have to control it. And the outcome of that struggle actually right now is unknown. I think if Occupy Wall Street survives, we will see similar struggles between the Democrats and Occupy Wall Street. The Democrats are going to want this energy, but because they're worried about what this could do to the Democratic Party, they're going to want to also control the organization in an important way and enlist it for its purposes rather than have Occupy Wall Street wag the Democratic dog. There's been so much attention focused on Obama. I would say Obama would be a stronger president if he had a stronger left. If there was a voice on the left that kind of counterbalanced some of the conservative voices in American society, if he can understand that and somehow seek to use Occupy Wall Street to his advantage in that way, it holds out the possibility actually of making him a stronger president.